welcome to another Flare Court Media thing. I don't know why I'm calling these where I go out and actually see how people do their jobs, like the fire video, but hopefully it'll start becoming a thing and I'll come up with a name for it. Anyway, I'm here with Cody. Cody is going to be planting. What are we planting today?
We are planting soybeans over at my dad's place.
Soybeans, okay. So yeah, I have no idea how farming works. I know you plant and it grows and you harvest, but I have not spent any time on a farm at all. So Cody graciously agreed to show me how it's done. So today we're going to go all the way through the whole process, right? We're going to load up the seed.
Yep.
I guess explain what we're going to do.
Well, first off, we gotta get the tractor out of the shed and put some fuel in it. Then we'll load our seed tender up to put the seed in the drill so we can go out and plant soybeans. Okay.
So then we go out and plant, and when you're out of seed, you're done?
When we're out of seed, we load up and do it all over again.
And that's when I will take my cue to leave. Okay. So what's the first step? You said fuel?
Yep, we'll get in the tractor and go fuel up.
Okay.
So this is my John Deere 1990 CCS air drill on a Case 260 tractor.
Okay. Oh, I get it. So tractor, air drill.
Yep.
Got it.
2 different units.
So you have to fill that up with gas, and then we
fill with seed.
I've only been in a tractor cabin like one time, and that was in the math and science club. Oh yeah, baby. I'm gonna get out of the way. Anyone who's a farmer, I mean, this is obvious stuff. This is what you do every day, but it's not what I do every day. I sit in front of computers and cameras every day. So, this is pretty interesting to me.
The air drill planter is capable of planting wheat, oats, barley, and rye, in addition to the soybeans we are planting today.
Okay, time for fuel. I think I can help with this part because I've filled stuff up before. Hopefully it's not too much different.
Your nozzle goes into your fuel tank.
And that's it. Right?
Yep.
How do you know when to stop it? Does it have the automatic shut off?
It has the automatic shut off. So you latch it, and it's good to go. Pumps it in, 1,000-gallon fuel tank, into about a 200-gallon fuel tank on the tractor.
So this has its own pump?
Yep. Own pumps right here, filter, run it through the hose.
Huh. Regular diesel or is it biodiesel?
It's off-road Ruby Red Fuel Master, so it has a red tint to it.
Interesting. Oh gosh, look at the color of that. Never seen gas like that. If I was putting that into my tank, I would think that I was breaking it.
Yep.
How many miles per gallon do you get?
It does it in hours. I use about 7 gallons an hour.
7 gallons an hour.
Because they don't do mileage in tractors. Because if you do mileage, think about if you're doing a quarter or a half section, you're going a half section each time.
How big's the section?
Section is a full mile.
Okay.
And then we're going to be on a quarter today, so it'll be 1/4 of a mile.
So how many sections do you think you can, or how many times do you think you can go in an hour then?
A lot. We're averaging 20 acres an hour.
Okay, we're into math territory.
Yep.
I don't want to do it.
Nope.
7:30 in the morning.
Now we'll go load the seed tender to put the seed in the drill so we can go out and drill.
So the seed tender is this white thing over there. So you load that and then that puts it into the drill.
Yes.
Just like an awning.
Yep.
So this whole thing is just one job. Take seed, raise it up high enough to dump it into something else. Yep. So seed is then in those black containers. And you said it's soybean today?
Yes.
You buy seed, right? You don't plant and then save some for later.
It's all new seed.
They don't use their own soybeans from last year's harvest to plant. Instead, they buy seeds that have been tested and guaranteed to have a specific germination percentage.
I'll have you climb this orange ladder.
Okay. Now, do I have an actual job or am I just looking?
Nope, you're gonna have a job.
What's the job?
You're gonna open the side gate on our big black box and dump the soybeans into the tender.
Very nice. That's really close.
So see that? Yep.
Yep.
Just pull that towards you.
Yep.
Nope. The flat part.
The flat part.
Right there.
This?
Now pull.
Oh boy! It really comes out fast. It smells good. Shove her in.
Shove it in.
How many black boxes does it take to fill this?
We put 4 in here.
4?
Yep, 2 on each side.
makes
There's
sense.
2 hoppers. So we'll put 1 more in here, and then we'll fill the drill and go plant.
So does he go to the other side to
Yep.
fill this side up?
Yep.
Well, I need to move the ladder then. I mean, this is just a purpose-built device, like he was saying. I mean, you put seed in for all of 15 minutes, enough time to raise it up and dump it into another device. The air drill planter, if I recall. Yeah?
Yep.
Come on. Right hand. This is my strong hand. Oh. Can't do it.
Sure, this one now. Keep going, it's moving, but.
Yeah, use both hands. Oh man.
Don't fall in.
There we go. Being the grain connoisseur that I am, I see that these beans are different color.
What do you want? You want to shut it?
The ones we just dumped. Oh. I lost some.
I don't. Bigger beans again.
They're fun to play with.
You got to go on the other side. I don't think we, unless. That's it? Oh, we're in. Okay. That works.
Yeah, we didn't lose too many.
No.
I wasn't even paying attention for that.
You have to edit that out.
Blame it on the rookie.
That's good, because we're just going to throw them all in the drill.
Well, so just that 2 more times, right? So I was wrong. That's all the beans we have now, so just put the 2 in. So now he's backing up the air drill to this to load the seed. I'm not asking to be a part of that because I don't want to. I'll watch this section here. I gave a thumbs up like I knew what I was doing. Oh my.
The arms have to be in the fully lowered position in order to get the lid to open all the way.
Come on up.
So what's the green beans?
The green beans.
I know they're soybeans. Why are they green?
They are treated with a chemical.
There's an auger in here.
Yep.
Corkscrew just sending them out.
The green-colored soybeans are treated with a fungicide to help prevent disease in the seedlings. If planting is done in a cold, wet spring, or if a field has a history of seedling disease, seeds coated in fungicide can boost harvest yield and prevent seedling death. You also don't need to plant the seeds as densely if they have been treated. The seeds we are loading right now don't have the fungicide on them because the field we'll be planting them in is dry enough not to need it.
That's not a bean.
That's a rock.
That's a reject. Yes, that's how I pronounce reject. put the emphasis on the wrong syllable. So this has to go on. There, I helped.
Of course, here's all the safety warnings. Basically, don't get caught underneath the arms. Don't drive like you're on ice. And hydraulic fluid. Oh, great. Oh, and don't hit power poles. Don't get ran over. Isn't that should be on every rolling piece of equipment. Also, still don't get rolled over. Oh, another one. You can get crushed. So, one, don't get stabbed to death. But two, don't get crushed to death. This is not the planning configuration, right? Do these wheels come down or?
So each unit it's on the big bar, will drop down.
Oh, so it pivots.
Yeah.
This cuts it?
Yes. Cuts a
groove.
the slit for the seed to slide into.
Okay, so then a fan blows the seed through into these.
Yep, into
here.
each tube.
And then plants the seed.
Yes.
And then.
So this right here will kind of pack or make sure the seed don't bounce.
Oh, okay.
And this is the gauge wheel, which will keep the dirt in the spot. And then this wheel right here will throw the dirt right back on top.
Over.
Yep.
How far apart are the seeds?
Right now I'm planting anywhere from 1.5 to 2 inches apart.
And it obviously depends on what grain you're.
Yeah, it depends on what size seed. I can change it up in the cab.
Soybeans are usually planted between 1 1/4 and 1.5 inches deep, but may go as deep as 2 inches in sandy soil. There can be as many as 170,000 seeds planted per acre. If you're like me and need help visualizing an acre, it's close to 90 yards of an American football field.
Can I push the button to raise it back up?
Yeah.
Oh, gosh. My second time in the cabin, like I said. Okay, so, ooh, air ride. Oh, nice. Okay, so we are going to raise up the arms.
Yep. Turn the key on.
Key
You
on.
gotta start it. That way for all the monitors to wake up.
Okay, so they're doing. Ooh, there's air conditioning too. This ain't some old-fashioned tractor. This is high living. Well, while we're in here waiting for this to start up, does the wheel tilt down?
Yes.
We don't have to do it. Okay. And well, I guess it started up. Wow. I know it's. Hey, there, 1.2 gallons per hour. You're right. It is per hour.
Yeah, that's just sitting here at an idle.
Okay.
So then you can take lever 3 and pull back.
Pull back.
Yep.
I see hydraulics moving. Will it stop automatically?
Yep.
You have to drive. How much do you have to drive, or does the GPS do a good deal of it?
All I have to do is make the first round.
And then
It drives
Then you
itself.
just sit and.
Yep. Eat my lunch at 9 o'clock.
Okay, it stopped.
Yep. So we click it back down, and we're good to go.
Okay. Yeah, I would totally be in here just listening to an audiobook or something.
Yeah. Well, it has a radio. We just don't have it on.
What some of this equipment's for. This is just the main control panel.
Yeah,
like on
this
a
is-
Tesla. It's going to give you everything you need.
Yeah, that's my main computer for the whole tractor. This monitor up here is for my GPS, my auto steer. When I get to the field, it'll be turned on, and I'll have 7 to 9 satellites on me to keep my spacing. This monitor right here is for the drill. It's my rate control. If I want more population, less population, then I have clutches so I can shut off half the machine either side. And then this monitor back here is the brains for the drill. It'll read all of the seed populations, my spacing, all that good stuff.
Does this tractor only work with the drill?
No, this tractor does multiple
So do you
things.
take this out? then?
Yes, this John Deere monitor and this monitor are just for the drill. So they're only in this tractor
When you're planting.
for this drill, yes.
Okay. All right, so we are at the field, and he's going to lower all the way down, including the actual planting wheels, so that way I can see what that looks like. This is the part where I need to not get crushed, or stabbed, or hydraulic hose lined. So he has to back it up to the start of the field. Makes sense. Oh, I hear it. Okay. That's that fan. That's it. Thought he was going to let me climb in with him. I think he's just doing the first lap. The first lap sets the GPS. Yeah, that worked really slick. Couldn't even tell that there's a bean planted. Oh, there's one of the green beans, the fungicide beans. Oh, there's lots of them. So you did the first lap, or was that not the first lap?
That was just the first little stretch. I'll go clear up and around this whole field. That's why I came to pick you up.
Oh, okay. I was wondering.
I'd be gone for 20 minutes. You'd be standing there. Where is he?
Yeah. So this is where you're setting the GPS line.
Oh, look at that. We got life.
Oh, so is that the path you just went earlier?
Yep. Just showing me the path I'm going, and
I can see why you want an air ride chair.
yeah, that little chair. People ride with me. They say it needs a taller back.
Yeah. It kind of reminds me of, like in my 1988 Ford Ranger, the BITCH seats in the back you can fold down.
Yep, the fold down jump seats.
Yep.
As you can see from the leftover corn stalks, this field had corn in it last year. They rotate the crops in each field to help with insect control. Any corn-loving insects that are still in the ground from last year won't do as much damage to the soybeans. Alternating crops also helps with weed control because they use different chemicals for different crops. I incorrectly thought they changed crops due to market demand. However, the field next to us was soybeans last year, and this year it has the corn in it.
So all of the soybean-loving stuff over there is now like WTF, mate.
Yep. Where'd it go?
See, I know you're busy making your first line. You can tell me to shut up if I need to.
This is my hardest part of the day right here.
Okay, so I'm assuming you're just outlining the field right now, basically, right?
Yes, I'm making my end row so then when I harvest, I'll come and do this part first so I got a spot to turn around.
Right now we are planting the end row. It is 2 rows that circle around the entire field. They don't follow the straight patterns that you normally see in fields. Their purpose is to establish the boundaries of the field for the GPS auto planter and to give enough space for the combine to turn around during the fall harvest.
So my next end row, the tractor will drive itself. So all I have to do is just drive this first time to make my marks, and then it'll drive it the next time by itself.
And then will it just start filling it in like a Roomba? Just back and forth?
Yeah.
So we're back where we started. Yep, the GPS, the line's all there. So is this the part where the GPS is doing it, huh?
Yep.
How wide is your planter?
It is 35 foot wide.
Well, look at that. It's better than a drone. Basically, it's a big drone.
Yeah. I do have to help it out sometimes around some tight corners, but other than that, it drives itself.
How will it let you know? Or I see you're steering it now.
Yeah, because this would be a tight corner for it to drive itself.
So it didn't let you know, you just took over?
I've done it enough. I know the tight corners for it, and it'll give me a little notification up there, tight corner ahead. It'll just flash.
Gotcha.
So you still got to pay a little attention.
Okay, yeah, so the red line is what's following, and it's just really just barely overlapping, if at all.
The automated driving is extremely accurate. The deviation distance between passes is less than 1 inch, making it much more accurate than a human could drive. That means less wasted seed, less wasted fuel, and less wasted time.
Oh, no, it feels like it's more jerky than when you were doing it. Like it's really constant, kind of like a drone. It constantly...
It's constantly adjusting it. So
Yeah.
if you look down here, the tires will be constantly moving.
Making small little adjustments all the time.
Yep. And you can change that with the aggressiveness of how much the tractor moves with the GPS. But I like it if I need it to go somewhere, it'll go there right away.
Yeah, I can see why.
You just sit here and it's like, I'm hungry.
Yeah, I would get fat. I'd be. I'm already fat, and I'd be a fat farmer. He's saying some people, for fun, they'll put their snacks on the steering wheel, and as it moves, whatever falls off, that's what they get to eat. Or they force themselves to put their lunch on the hood so they can't eat it. I love driving. I would love to drive for a living or be a trucker or something, but I would eat all the time.
Right.
So there's the that fuel per hour, 5.2 miles per hour. Okay, so about 1.5 miles per gallon, if math works right.
It's later. You can do math now.
yeah, I had my coffee in the car on the drive here, so I was able to wake up.
I don't drink coffee.
I don't know how to respond to that. Coffee is life.
A lot of people tell me that. They're like, you farm and you don't drink coffee? I'm like, yeah.
I know. How you gotta be one of the guys who gets up in the morning.
Go to the coffee shop?
Well, in my town it was go to the Texaco, and all the farmers, they would start their day there drinking coffee before they go out.
That's just a waste of time. Burning daylight.
Yeah, I think they were all old enough to have their sons doing it by then. So your dad will be doing that. Okay, so I wasn't expecting us to go back around the same. Are we going that way?
Yeah.
Oh, you just had to do like a.
I need a spot big enough I can turn around.
So you needed to do like a roundabout, a clover leaf, an on ramp, as it were. So now it's actually planting the rows that you want?
Yep, that's my straight line. We're going straight north and south here.
And so it's just going to overwrite some of what we've already done because all it cares about is straight lines now.
Yep, now it's just going to do that straight line. Hold that straight line for me.
So that's going to be easier to harvest if it's perfectly straight, I'm guessing?
No, it just looks cooler. Because when I harvest it, I'll come in at a different angle.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You don't
I won't go straight. I'll probably come in here at like 5 degrees and combine it.
Why is that?
Just so, because we'll use a sickle, so the knives don't get dull in one spot. It'll use the whole header.
Interesting. Do you know how many bushels were in each of those black boxes that we emptied?
Those black boxes are measured in units, and there's 45 units in a box.
Units of soybeans?
Yes.
So it might be different for corn or something?
Well, when you plant it, it's measured in units, but when you harvest it, it's in bushels.
I see. I learned something. But 45 units of soybeans, but it might only hold, let's just say, 40 units of corn, right?
Right.
Okay.
The monitor over his right shoulder makes an alarm if anything happens to the air drill, such as a line breaking or if a row quits planting.
Yeah, so what is that beeping?
That beeping is telling me that I'm not planting anymore. That my meters back there aren't picking up any soybeans.
That just happens just because sometimes?
Well, right now we're not planting because that's all planted already. It's over. We're overlapped, so we're going back over here to do our next line.
So the lever over there, you're controlling the planting when it's on and off?
Yeah, I'm controlling the planter up and down with my hydraulic valves. So now we're ready to go back and forth again.
So down, so you push that down. Now we're planting again?
Yep.
I see, so it beeped because you turned it off.
Yeah, I picked it up out of the ground and there was no beans going to the monitors.
Gotcha, so you don't actually control when seed is flowing, it's just if it's lifted up off the ground, it's not going to send seed.
Right.
Let's talk about the pedals. So what do all the pedals do?
This one is a clutch, just like a car. This one is to adjust my steering wheel. So you got your left brake, right brake. So I can control either one, or I flip this over and then they're both locked. So if I'm going down the road, I do that. So if I hit it, both brakes will.
Interesting. Why would you want to only move one at a time?
Turning in tight quarters, so it'll lock this brake and then it'll turn sharper.
Gotcha.
This is a throttle. So if I want a higher RPM, I can. It's just a foot throttle, but I can run the same thing through my joystick right here.
So it's like hitting the gas, but you're not going to move.
Right.
You're just revving the engine. I see. Yeah, I can kind of hear that.
Send you through the window.
Yeah. Seatbelts.
It does have one.
Does it?
Yeah.
Huh.
Safety first.
Yeah.
Well, I always forget because I'm always in here by myself, so I'm like, I know when I'm going downshift or like slow down or whatnot.
That one was rougher than the others. So because you guys had corn, obviously there's going to be rogues, right? Rogue corn? Or not? Or am I making stuff up?
Well, there's volunteer corn.
Volunteer
We call it volunteer corn. So, yeah, once the beans get up and get out of the ground, we'll come in and spray for the volunteer corn and any other weeds one more time, and then this field will be good to go until harvest.
Okay, because yeah, I mean, when I detasseled, we did roguing.
Yeah. Farming, we call it volunteer corn.
Well then, why is it called roguing?
Because I'm guessing I've never detasseled before.
Though, I mean, I think that was pulling corn out of beans, yeah, so, huh. But so you guys just use chemicals instead of
Well, it's a lot faster for the amount of acres we got to cover.
And you don't have to deal with 40
little kids running around.
12 to 14-year-old kids.
Oh, the drama.
I made it one season, and that season lasted, because it was a weird year, that season only lasted 6 days, and I hated every minute of it. Just before this video ends, I want to give you a little more information about it, as well as ask for your help with something. This being a planting video, clearly it was recorded in the early spring, and now it's almost winter time when I'm releasing it, and there's a reason for that. In the early spring, the pandemic had just started, so that's why we aren't 6 feet apart or wearing masks. Now, I had intended to continue creating this type of video where I go and see how a job is done over spring and summer, but due to travel restrictions and social distancing, I wasn't able to make it happen. So now at the end of the year, I've been sitting on this video for months, and rather than wait until I have more videos to turn it into a series, I'm just releasing this one as it is. But I would love to continue making this type of video and turn it into a series. So far I've made a firefighting video where I went out and saw how firefighters train on a burning building, and this planting video. Now, I can't think of a name for this type of series. I'd love to create a playlist on my YouTube channel for this. So far I've come up with how the job is done or job shadowing, but if you have an idea on a good title for this, please leave it in the comments down below and appreciate your help. The other thing is, I would like some ideas. I do have some. For instance, I would love to go to an observatory and see how the telescope works, see how the motor works, see how moving it to look at the stars works, what it's like to be an astronomer. I've also gone out to set up security cameras on a grain elevator, but unfortunately that video wasn't able to be finished because get the trencher out there to run the cabling or set up computers, so that video didn't get done. But if you have ideas on something that you think would be really interesting, I'd appreciate it if you put that in the comments down below as well. Final thing is, this video doesn't have a sponsor, but if you liked it, I do have a link in the description down below where you could buy me a cup of coffee. If you don't want to do that, liking and sharing works well too. But let's finish this video up. Maybe on the ride back. Finish her off. Riding a tractor is fun. Cool, well, I think this looks like a pretty good spot. So, I want to thank Cody for letting me ride along and see how planting soybeans work. One thing I noticed, they look like black-eyed peas. Little soybeans, but no, this has been fun. Eye-opening. I hope you guys learned something and enjoyed it. If you appreciated seeing this video, please give it a thumbs up. It's going to help other people find the video when they're looking for this type of thing. And then while you're at it, next to it, click the subscribe button. That way you get notified whenever I put out a new video, like one of these how things are done type videos, or the tech videos, or the travel vlogs that I do. But until next time, I'm doing what I love. Keep doing what you love. Thanks for watching.